What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome to another Monday Reddit reading episode. This week, we have an OP. That's last week. This week, we have a father-in-law who accuses OP and bans them from family events, a sister-in-law who accuses OP of adopting a son at a wedding, a husband who is convinced that his wife is pregnant despite a negative pregnancy test, an OP who tries to get with a goth baddie, and Josh's segment of the week. Also, if those all sound interesting and you want more, you could join our Patreon or become a YouTube member, and you'll get to hear us talk about an OP who left their dog with their ex and got their dog back pregnant. All right, Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Therapy.
Hello. The last one, the one I wrote was not clickbaity enough. And
What
probably
the hell was that preview?
What was the pause?
Wait a minute.
I wrote one and then I was reading it and then I was like, that's not good enough. Yeah, that's what that is. Boys, hello. We're reunited, I think, for the first time in 2 weeks, week and a half.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm just so intrigued about the last story.
It'll make you upset.
It probably will.
Oh, I can't wait.
Anything that we need to talk about before we jump into today's episode, boys?
You did a great job replacing me on the Am I the Asshole, Sean.
Thank you. Nancy is so scared. So scared of that.
Don't worry. She did great, other than the not focusing in the first story, but
Yeah.
happens to the best of us.
Hey, I keep
Yeah.
telling Nancy, welcome to my life. I don't pay attention half the time.
Yeah. John takes a 50-50 stab every time we finish a story. He's like, not the asshole.
That's a good summary of what my life's about, my guy. Well, fuck you, insurance. I'm raw dogging life right now because y'all made my medicine more expensive. I hate you.
God damn it.
Privatized healthcare.
I
Gosh.
hate it.
What are we doing? All right. With that being said, are we ready to jump into this first story?
Let's do it.
All right. This one is coming from Relationship Ground Score Advice from, I don't know if this is a shout out to me, but I am thankful either way. It's cross-posted by Bunyan Minion 420.
Oh, hell yeah.
What a username.
Millions of people have bunions, so I'm sure that's not just a me thing, but I'm thankful regardless. This one is father-in-law accuses OP and then bans them from family events.
Okay.
All right, here we go. My in-laws in their 60s have a lake house. It has tons of space. It's a frequent vacation spot, and every holiday is done there. They've owned it since before I met my wife, 37 female. 4 years ago, we were all staying there when my wife's cousin, 37 female, got a very foul email.
It's always them emails, man. Who the hell sends a freaking diss track on an email nowadays?
I've never understood. Like text, I understand. Phone call. Email seems
It's wild.
personal.
Or just, who sends emails like
Outside of work.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For outside of business reasons. I don't
Signature line, yours truly, your biggest OPP, Josh L.
know. Yeah.
Jesus.
If you know, you know. If you were in the live stream, you'll get the reference.
OPP. The whitest I've ever looked at Josh.
That's crazy.
I won't go into what it said, but suffice to say, it made her cry. My father-in-law works in IT. He examined the headers and determined that the email originated from an Android phone and it was off of the lake house Wi-Fi. My in-laws are all Apple users and I am the Android user.
Ooh, damn green text.
My
Shut
father-in-law,
the fuck up.
bro, I have my fucking work fantasy chat that I have to be the commissioner of, and two of the people have Androids. And every
The
time we're like,
worst.
oh, we added a new person. I got to make a new group chat just
You
to
guys
add
realize this
somebody.
is an Apple problem, though.
This is crazy.
Apple's the reason.
I'm sure. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Josh. But just get a fucking.
Plus, I think they're fixing it soon. I think
Yeah.
it's they're having it so that it'll be. I think it'll still be green text, but you can definitely have group chats with Android.
Also,
Still gross.
probably more of an Apple problem. Here's my exact dilemma. I made the group chat. Somebody was like, "Oh, that's my old number. Can you put in my new number?" So I saved their new number, and then I made a new group chat, but I couldn't add. I add his name, but it only lets me choose the old number. So then I deleted the old number out of my phone entirely. Tried to make another group chat, with the same people with his new number. It just forwards to the old group chat, so the guy just can't read shit. And even though it's not the Android user's fault, I've been mad at Android all day today.
Let's just blame it on Android altogether. That's fine.
It is Apple's fault. I am almost 1,000% sure. Or I'm also
It's
a
probably a
dumbass.
mix.
It's probably user error, but I swear to God, I've tried everything. I've tried everything besides changing his name and then re-adding him. That could do the trick, but I also sent the group chat like 6 different times trying to figure it out. And my boss and my boss's boss are also in the fantasy league, so they got to be like, does Sean work?
Is Sean an idiot?
What is he doing? Anyways, fuck me.
I see why you picked the story. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
I picked this before Android, before my debacle, actually. My father-in-law accused me in front of everyone of sending the email. I denied it. I let him search my phone, and I told him that I would never do that. He found nothing, but still made a big show of telling me that I had attacked his family and that I was now banned from his home. He subsequently made a huge post on Facebook about how he will always protect his family and how I had violated his home. My wife now goes there with our kids without me. I have not been there, and I have not spoken with my in-laws in 4 years.
Damn.
Oh.
We do holidays on separate days together, and then on the holiday, I go with my family, and she takes the kids to the lake house. Yes, it sucks. When asked why I wasn't there, my father-in-law told my kids it's because I do bad things.
Oh, we're fighting.
Wait a minute. That's too much.
I'm about to do bad things. OPP is going to have to pull up.
Yeah, OPP up in this bitch now. Over the 4th of July weekend, her cousin got another email from the same address. Once again, Android, once again on the lake house Wi-Fi. But this time, I was 200 miles away.
Ooh.
What now, motherfucker?
The plot thickens.
Well, when they checked, the other cousin, first cousin's sister, and her kids had Androids. The kids were bored and sending prank emails, not realizing that they could be traced. My wife called me up, relayed the story, and asked if I could come down for the rest of the week with the family. I
Fuck
told
that.
her that I would love to, and to let me know what day everyone would be there for father-in-law to make his public apology to me.
You're damn right.
Apologize on Facebook too, and
Everything.
everywhere else he's proclaimed it.
Might as well go on live and make this shit
Why?
public.
Why air your fucking dirty laundry on Facebook?
She got very quiet and said they would just like to move forward.
Hell nah. Apologize, bitch.
Divorce.
I replied, I do too. And I will be happy to do so after your father publicly admits to the family that he was wrong, apologizes to me, apologizes to our children, and posts a public apology on Facebook.
Hell yeah.
Yes, there we go.
My wife started crying and said he's just not going to do that.
Because he's a bitch.
I told her that I'm not coming back to the lake house and that her father made it clear that he doesn't consider me family. And until he makes it right, I am actually done with her entire family.
Mm-hmm.
He essentially wants to pretend like it never happened and make it look like he forgave me and welcomed me back. And I am not on board. When they arrived back from the lake house, I informed her that in the words of her father, I had to protect my family and our children, would not be going back to that lake house either.
Hell yeah.
It's wild that they went anyway.
For 4 years is crazy.
Yeah.
My wife is devastated, begging me to forgive and move on. She says that her parents already feel awful and that they never said I wasn't family, and now they're saying I want to publicly shame and embarrass them.
All of a sudden, right? All of a sudden, it's okay.
Tables turn, motherfucker.
How to turn freaking tables.
She says it's not fair that I'm asking her to choose between me and her parents, and I countered that her parents set that choice up 4 years ago and she had already chosen.
Yeah.
The next lake house trip is Labor Day weekend, and I've already told her that I will be bringing the kids to my brother's that weekend for a barbecue and pool party. My wife has agreed to come with us, but she keeps bringing up the lake house and begging me to reconsider. It keeps ending up with my blood pressure spiking and her crying, so I've asked her to stop bringing it up. My wife and I do very much love each other. This is maybe like 5% of our relationship, but it's something that has been weighing on me, and I know it's driving a wedge between us. I have always felt that my wife chooses her parents over me. She says she's sorry I feel that way, but it's not true. I told her that in 4 years, she didn't stand up for me because she didn't believe I didn't do it.
Yeah.
She vehemently denies this, saying she's been trying to get her parents to let me come back ever since. I don't want to unnecessarily shame her father, but making right the damage he did is a non-negotiable to me. At the same time, my wife is crying every day. She's not eating. She's losing weight. And I know this is taking a tremendous toll on her. I don't want to be the reason she has this much stress and anxiety. How do I address this with my wife without causing a confrontation? And how can I ensure that my kids understand the situation without feeling caught in the middle? Too long didn't read. My father-in-law wrongly accused me of sending hurtful emails and banned me from their lake house. Now that the truth is out, I want him to make it right, and my wife is torn between me and her parents.
I don't think the wife should be torn at all in this situation.
She wasn't torn for 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
Why is she torn now? It's because
All of a
she cares
sudden.
about her parents more than you.
She has concrete evidence that it obviously wasn't the husband. So now you back up your partner saying, go to your parents and be like, you got to make a public apology. You have to set things right, because they had the energy and he had the audacity to, what Josh said, air out your dirty laundry in front of everyone else. So if they had that same energy then, they should have the same energy now eating that humble pie. So I know they're saying that, what is it? An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind or some shit like that. Well, an eye for an eye in this situation lets us see what happens. Like, we want the public humiliation back because this OP experienced it. I love Petty, and I think this is a good revenge on the OP's part. So if I was the wife, there's no questions, but ifs or buts, you got to support your partner because they went through 4 years of hell and you chose the wrong side, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. As soon as she stopped, didn't believe me in this scenario and kept going to the lake house for 4 fucking years, and she's now saying that she was standing up for you, but it doesn't sound like it. I would have a tough time being with that person. I mean, look at it. Roles reversed, like a mama's boy in this scenario, right? It's the same idea. It's like, yeah, they're choosing their parents over their partner, which is, in this scenario, for sure not the right thing. You got to back your partner. And if she's not willing to, lay down what you need to apologize to your father-in-law, then it's, I don't know. I would say done. I would go, fuck that. Because he's saying it's 5% of their relationship, but it sounds like way more than that.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's has to be capped, because there's no way it's 5% of the relationship, but she's crying every day, not eating every day.
It should be like your partner's family shouldn't be.
It should be more than 5%.
It should be more than 5%, but it shouldn't be like the bad 5%. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be a bad thing. It should be a good thing. Yeah.
No,
yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, completely agree. I don't know. I'd be pissed too if my wife didn't support me when I said, "Hey, I didn't do shit." And from the jump, it was a witch hunt. You know what I mean? Like and there was no due diligence in the way they investigated. Just because one person had an Android, there's a lot of apps. Whether it's hell, my freaking fridge, you can email from my fridge. So how the hell would you know that it's just because someone has one Android in that situation? Other people have a lot of different devices. If there's adults there who have, I don't know, work, sometimes people have multiple phones. What if other people did it? So why singling them out? I think they had there's some sort of pre-beef
Grudge.
with with OP. So the moment they were like, hey, we can alienate this person, they just took it and jumped.
Yeah, because it wasn't one other person that also had an Android. It was an entire other family.
Yes.
The sisters, whole
Kids.
family were
Yeah.
androids. So it's
Crazy.
like, if, I hate to roast on the wife, not really, because she's 4 years is crazy.
Yeah.
If she was really fighting to bring you back, you know what I mean? Like, would she not have noticed a whole other family has androids? Like,
Yep.
she's not old. She's 37. She knows like what an iPhone and what an Android looks like. You know what I mean? So it's not, I feel like if I were the wife, first off, I wouldn't have gone back. I would have been like, y'all are fucking crazy.
Solidarity.
Yeah. But if I did go back and I saw my fucking cousin with an Android, I'd be like, have we thought about that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it could be her shithead kids. You know what I mean? Especially because you searched my husband's phone. You found no trace. Let's do the same with these fucking androids.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like the whole family is, like Josh said,
Crazy.
I think as soon as my wife was like, I'm going to go back, I'm going to take the kids, I guess you just hang out here, I'd be like, yo, what?
Dude, she was
No,
complacent
like-
as hell in this whole situation.
Yeah, I'd be like, you blue bubbled entitled motherfuckers.
Well, I mean, it's just the superior
Chill.
color. What do you call it? But like, as soon as like my father-in-law is telling my kids that I do bad things,
On site.
and you go back for more holidays, what's
Yeah.
going on? Also, for her not to stick up immediately and be like, all right, you're fucking wrong.
Hold
Like,
up.
That's
Yeah.
that's not correct. I don't know how you stayed this long, honestly.
No. Like I keep saying, I think gender's reverse. It's an easy divorce. I think for me, it's right there. It's divorce, I think.
Hey, bro, I'm saying they got a lake house. You know, she trying to stay in that good side of the parents because she wants that later on, baby.
Well, then she could do it by herself. Fuck
Yeah.
her.
All right. Are we ready for the next story, boys?
Let's do it.
All right. This one is coming from r/Reddit on Wiki. That's right. It's a personal story coming from username Mrs. Steve Perry.
Ooh, hello,
Whoa.
Mrs. Steve Perry.
Rockstar, right? Steve Perry? Is that Aerosmith? No.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Steve Perry is his own man.
I'm like,
he's
wait, is
a
that
singer.
Tyler Perry? But wrong person.
Oh, Tyler. No.
Steve
Perry
Tyler.
is Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler, there you
Okay.
go.
Oh,
We combined
Perry-
both of them.
Yeah.
no.
Fuck.
Steve Perry is the lead singer and frontman of the band Journey.
Oh. I only acknowledge the Filipino.
Yes.
Shout out. What's his name? Arnel Pineda?
Arnel Pineda, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The real singer of Journey. I don't care what anyone says.
Okay, sure. I have no idea what you're talking about, but
The
We only
current lead
support
singer
Brown
of Journey?
here.
You racist?
I don't keep up with Journey.
Don't stop believing, Josh.
Street lights. All right.
It's literally the only song I know.
Okay, so this is coming from user Mrs. Steve Perry. Congrats on all that money.
Wow.
Ooh.
This is, my sister-in-law accused us of adopting our son at a family wedding.
Wait, what?
You adopted them at the wedding, or they're accusing you at the wedding? I think that's probably what it is.
You know what? I'm not even going to lie. I haven't read this story at all, and they Venmo'd me to read it, so that's why I'm reading it.
Okay.
Oh.
I shouted them out on the August 5th episode. They sent a Venmo, so I'm reading it blind. You're getting all of our reactions.
Is this an upstaging scenario from what it sounds like?
Put your predict Johns in there, dude.
I was gonna say Sean doesn't know. So.
You don't know. He
I
hasn't
got
read
no
it
clue.
either.
Yeah. We're all going in this blind, brother. All right. So I have a newly minted sister-in-law, sort of. She is a 60-ish female and married. What? All right. I'm going to read it as is, Miss Steve Perry. And if people are confused,
I'm already confused. Actually, I
I'll
stay
tell you this.
confused.
Mrs. Steve Barrett, you got 875 upvotes on this. So it's definitely, people resonate. I just probably can't read. Here we go. Reading it verbatim. So I have a newly minted sister-in-law. Sort of. She married my brother-in-law, 60-ish male, last weekend.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's no periods in here, and it's confusing me.
Okay.
So I'm like, how did the sister-in-law marry the brother-in-law? Is that not Alabama?
I think they're just saying that they got a new sister-in-law.
Oh,
Wait.
okay.
Wait, no, because your brother-in-law could be on your partner's side.
Oh.
And now it's your new sister-in-law.
And now, gotcha. Thank you, Josh.
Okay.
Walking me through basic family trees. My brother-in-law had previously been married to S for 25 years. About 8 years in, he took a break and dated D.
We were on a break.
Y'all could do breaks like that.
News to me.
I guess.
I would not be okay with it.
Till death do part doesn't sound like there's breaks in between.
Asterisk.
Until we don't feel like it.
Yeah.
He and D had a son. We'll call the son B. Then he went back to S and they didn't divorce for another 16 years. They had 3 more daughters, etc., etc.
That's a lot of numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's their names?
The lack of periods. And again,
The rest of
Mrs.
the
Steve
alphabet?
Perry may not be a native English speaker. So, that could explain the lack of periods.
we are barely that.
We are barely that. So I've been married to A for about 20 years. I'm pale, and so is he. He is from the Midwest. So American. So D, I only met 6 months ago at a family function. Didn't know she and B existed. So D and B, D was the side chick. B is the side chick's kid.
Okay.
I'm not on meds for this shit. I'm done already.
I'm gonna need a diagram.
Yeah, I need a tree. I need a goddamn tree. Honestly, I'm not sure who S is.
I just heard
S.
SD.
S is the sister.
S
In-law.
is the sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got that part.
Okay. So Josh understands the best out of us.
Yeah, Josh got this.
Then
All right.
I know we're in trouble.
I'm like Kevin right now. My brain is done.
My ancestors are Blackfoot and Appalachian, and as a result, all of our kids are different colors. And she noticed our son had dark hair and skin like my papa, and our daughter is blonde and blue-eyed like her dad.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Okay, good. I'm glad somebody does. My brother-in-law's middle daughter got married Saturday. And in the middle of God and all his friends, D leaned over at the table and pointing to my son playing with the smaller babes, asked if we really just adopted him and it was a secret.
Ooh.
Why would you?
Okay,
ask
now I
that?
understand what's going on.
Okay, now
Why would
yeah,
you-
I'm there
Now
now.
I'm with it. Mrs. Steve.
I don't even know if we needed the preamble. We could have just been, we're at a wedding. Someone asked us this question. It's insane.
You probably have to cut a
Yeah.
lot of those parts out, Josh.
No, we're going to let it
No,
ride.
we're gonna let it
ride. They crafted this story. We might as well let him,
Yeah.
let him,
Let him cook.
yeah, let him cook.
Y'all, I saw red and I almost saw black and blue, but I'm not violent and we're at a wedding. Every time I see her, she has an acidic tongue. I could have said, at least I didn't have a kid with a married man.
Damn.
You should have.
You should have. My husband looked at her flames in his eyes, said, "What was that? One more time?" And she said, "You heard me the first time."
Did I stutter?
Wild.
Okay,
to
who
double
invited
down.
the fucking side chick to this wedding in the first
real.
place? Crazy.
Or the ex? I don't
Oh,
know.
I
This
guess because they wanted the kid there, maybe.
Mrs. Steve,
that is his
y'all
kid.
family line is wildin'.
Oh, where? Please draw.
Help us
diagram.
understand.
So we grabbed the kids, hugged everyone, and left. Didn't tell the kids why. The main part was over, and everyone was just mingling. We got them pizza and a big bottle of Jack for us. Oh, we got them pizza and a big bottle of Jack for us.
Oh,
Okay, I read that in a whoa.
we got our kids real fucked up. That's how
And
you
then-
do it in the Midwest, right?
And then went home, promptly blocked her on everything, and told my husband she's banned from everything. And your girl can cook, okay? 5 years of culinary school.
Oh,
Did some
sheesh.
work with the Food Network. My holiday
wow.
spreads are legendary.
All
and
right.
she is now banned from everything.
Hell yeah.
It should also be noted that her husband nodded along when she asked. I can never look at him the same way again. What the fuck, y'all?
I would definitely start backhanding people. It's one of those situations too. It's not your freaking place to ask.
Out
Yeah.
of pocket.
Out of
to ask that.
pocket.
Just why ever ask that question? It's like asking someone if they're pregnant. Why do it?
Yes. It's one of those things too. Even let's say hypothetically, right? Even if the kids, let's say, were adopted. So fucking what? They're at a wedding,
Yeah.
they're at a party, they're, as, being part of a family that has like, adopted like kids in the past, like we never consider like, oh yeah, they're why are you guys no one ever questions that. Like they're part of our
Yeah.
family. It doesn't matter.
Why out them?
Why out them like
as
that?
others?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Also, why say it in front of the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Just trauma they're gonna have for the rest of their life, probably. I mean, they shouldn't because they're obviously their child, but just putting that seed in the back of a child's mind is not probably healthy for them.
Also, this
But-
wedding is just wild. Exes, situationships,
Cheating
like
partners.
partner. Wait a minute. Mrs. Steve, what's going on with your party?
Yeah, D should have been banned from all events regardless, right? Like that. Why is she
Yeah.
even open to coming to events prior to this bad situation?
Also, a request for Mrs. Steve Perry. Sounds like they're a listener as well. Please send us like pictures of like the spread of the food that you're making.
Would love to see that.
Would
Mrs.
love to
Yeah.
see what you're cooking.
We have a
Food Network.
Discord. I think people post
Please,
food pics. There's
let
a
us
channel
know.
specifically for food pics. Is that correct?
I'd be lurking there just
Yes.
for food pics.
Don't post in the foot pics one. It's a classic
That's-
mistake.
Completely different.
Yes.
And mostly just my bunions.
It's just Sean actually that posts there.
I kind of stopped people from posting in there. It's just,
Yeah, go away.
He deletes every other picture.
I wonder how many Discord users we lose.
Losers.
I tried to say lose. How many Discord users do you think we lose if we actually had a bunion only chat?
Jesus.
I think you'd get more.
We would gain?
I'd
Yeah.
probably.
All right. Are we ready for the third story of the day, boys?
Let's get it.
Whew. Have you read this one?
I have read this one.
Okay.
And I will say it doesn't go into detail, but trigger warning for potential domestic violence,
Ooh.
or at the very least,
Okay.
potential emotional abuse. It doesn't really go into details, but it sounds like something could have happened.
Okay. It like
So,
references it. But
It
not-
references something.
Got it. Okay.
If that doesn't sound like a good time, timestamps are in the show notes, and you could just skip to the next one, which is funny. So
Okay. Thank God.
skip right to a bright story before we get mad on the Patreon.
Jeez.
So this one is cross-posted from Relationship Ground Score Advice, cross-posted by I'm Ground Score We 041200. And this is, my husband is convinced that I am pregnant. I'm not, and he won't believe me. What do I do?
This is so weird.
How are you going to dispute results or a science or
Yeah.
test saying that they're not pregnant? And all of a
Like,
sudden,
I
like,
imagine OPP'd on a stick, and there's just like,
not
here
pregnant.
you go.
Probably went
Yeah.
to a doctor and said, not pregnant. I
Not
don't
pregnant.
believe you. What the fuck is this story?
Let's get into it. I'm truly at a loss here. This situation has gotten worrying, and I don't know what to do with it. Since about a week ago, my husband became convinced that I am pregnant. I have no idea why, because I'm not. We haven't even started trying, though we do have plans in the future. We were just making conversation, and yeah, I did mention feeling tired, but that's all. A few hours later, he just came up so excited. I told him that I'm not pregnant, but he wouldn't let it go. He has made remarks about how happy he is and what a wonderful mother I will be, what our baby will be like. It doesn't happen all the time, but it has come up multiple times a day. I've repeatedly told him that I'm not. I even took a test because even I started wondering, but it was undoubtedly negative. I showed him and he just got annoyed, said tests can be wrong. He didn't speak to me for the rest of the
The
evening.
earth is flat.
People
Yeah.
can be wrong too, and here you are trying to dispute it.
He didn't speak to me for the rest of the evening. The next morning, he acted as if nothing had happened. When I tell him I'm not pregnant, he kind of just shuts me out. I lost my shit yesterday when we were in bed and he put his hand on my stomach. I told him he's acting crazy. I'm not pregnant and his behavior is scaring me. He went to sleep in the guest room after that and left for work early in the morning, and I haven't seen him or spoken to him today. I'm just at a loss. I don't know where this obsession is coming from. I even asked him if I gained weight, if that's what's gotten him confused. He assured me I didn't. I'm thinking of contacting his parents or maybe a therapist or something. I honestly don't understand what's happening, and I am worried about my husband. Edit. Thank you for all the replies. I didn't expect all of this. It's been overwhelming, and I'm incredibly grateful. He's asleep next to me right now, and I keep going through all the comments. My husband is one of the kindest people I've ever met, and I promise you all that he's not trying to manipulate me or would do anything to harm me. But that does make me believe something is really wrong. I'll contact my and his parents in the morning once he's left for work. Maybe go stay with my mom for a bit, though I hate the idea of leaving him like this. I also definitely will make an appointment with my doctor for a blood test. Thank you for all of the advice. There is an update. I don't know if you guys want that now or if y'all want to kind of react to what's going on first.
I mean, I've listened to enough true crime podcasts that this is a red flag. I'm very concerned about where this is coming from. And I don't know if I'd feel comfortable staying in the same house as him until he got evaluated by a professional.
yeah.
Because that's like denying reality is scary.
Very
It is.
scary.
Yeah. And I don't know what he'd do. So that's just kind of my thoughts right now.
No, I completely agree. I am with OP here, them leaving the house until the husband kind of figures it out. From what it sounds like, I don't know if it was said in the edit that this is kind of the first time this happened, so it's not a pattern of behavior. Not speculating anything. I don't know if dude is just going through some sort of like midlife crisis or something accident happened, traumatic head injuries could happen. I don't know if that's part of the equation. But for a sudden shift of personality, it is concerning, and OP's safety is paramount. So leave the house first, feel safe, and then get him checked to see what's really wrong with him. But hopefully the update can kind of shed a little bit of light on that.
Here's the update. Hi, everyone. I hope it's okay I post this update. I really appreciate everyone asking if I'm safe, and I am. I wish I could give clear answers, but I can't. Things escalated when I tried to speak to him, keeping some of y'all's advice in mind. I sat him down and explained to him that I'd love to have kids with him in the future, but that I am not pregnant right now. and that his insistence worries and scares me. I told him we could go to the doctor together if that would put his mind at ease, or I could take another test in front of him. I was just hoping to snap him out of it somehow with these questions. He then got very agitated and said many hurtful things and accused me of being a liar many times.
Oh no.
That I'm trying to keep our baby away from him, etc. Nothing he was saying made sense, and I wasn't feeling safe anymore. I knew my husband would never harm me in any way, but that was not my husband. Things got worse, and he did hurt me, but nothing permanent or even emergency care worthy.
Yeah, get out. Leave immediately.
Yeah.
It's one. It's a one strike you're out type of rule in these situations. It could be worse next time around. Be safe, OP.
Like, I agree. He's probably like not in the right headspace.
Yeah,
and something's wrong.
Something's
But
medically wrong, but you should
also
not be
gotta
there
think
to
about
take
yourself.
That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not OP's responsibility.
Get his
at all.
family. Get someone in there to help him out.
I also know that if he was in his right mind, he never would have done anything like this. So I called mine and his parents, and now I'm staying with my mom. He did seem to calm down a bit when his parents arrived. I haven't seen/spoken to him since then. His mother, she's an angel, is keeping me posted about everything. We all agree that something is very off about him, and we don't know what it is. But he hasn't agreed to getting himself checked out in any way. I do not know how they'll go about it, but they say, and I painfully have to agree, that it's best to keep my distance for a bit, as most of it is aimed at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm safe, and so is he. I miss him so much and just want an answer as to why he's being like this. I keep trying to figure out if there were signs before or if I did something wrong. Thank you for all the replies. They were a great help. It's so kind that you cared to ask if I'm safe.
Yeah, something's definitely off with him, and you need to be away from that scenario until he gets himself figured out. And it sounds like he doesn't want to get himself checked at the moment. So until then, you stay away from him as far away as possible. Your safety is more important than what he's kind of going through at the moment.
Yeah, OP is making the correct steps and getting his family involved and parents and stuff like that. But yeah, exactly what the OP commenter said. Just keep your distance for now until he gets professional help and gets to the bottom of whatever is causing this. Whether, John said it's a head injury. I've heard that can cause personality changes or delusions or something like that. So, yeah.
All speculation at this point, but it's possible. It's a possibility.
Yeah. But regardless of what it is, he needs to get checked out and like diagnosed with whatever it is and get to the bottom of it for your safety and for his own. Because I do feel bad for him as well. He's probably going through
some sort of mental health issue.
Yeah,
because the switch up is so sudden. You know, if it was a pattern behavior, then this is an easy dump. But
you know,
just based on her testimony, it seemed like nothing happened in the past, or there's no, because she was trying to look deeper. Like, was there signs? But she's like, I don't know. There's hasn't been any issues in the past till this situation, but something's off, and you need to be safe.
I'm glad that the parents are also like, oh yeah, something's wrong here. They're not trying to like
gaslight.
We deal with so many shitty parents that are just like, our kid could never do anything wrong. Like they're on OP's side, which is good, thankfully. So hopefully, you know, he agrees to get some sort of help. Cause I don't know. Like, I agree with you guys. It's very sudden and out of nowhere. We're not doctors, but usually, you know, sudden changes.
We pretend to be.
Sudden changes. There has to be something going on. It's not premeditated or anything. So yeah, I don't know. That's a scary situation. I'm glad you're home safe.
Give us happy.
Are we
now.
ready?
Yes, we need happy.
To bring it up,
please.
This is coming from r/TIFU.
Let's get it.
Cross-posted by me Gokin Teacher.
Ooh, I know who that is.
Oh, you do?
Do you?
Like in real life?
Yeah, in real life.
Is it Juliet?
No, it's Dustin. Sandman Stories,
Oh, it's
baby.
Dustin. Oh, hell
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah, Dustin.
I thought it was one of Juliet's
Burner? I don't know any of her burner accounts.
But
Alright,
shout out to
Dustin.
Dustin.
So
This one
if
made me
we
laugh.
doxy Dustin, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
That's our boy right there.
All right, this one is: today I fucked up by trying to bang a goth baddie and my wife found out.
Oh.
Is this
Oh.
supposed to be funny?
I was going to
I
fist bump
saw
there,
Josh was like,
and I pulled back
retract.
immediately.
All right, let's see if it's a funny one. I did promise that, so I guess you kind of already know.
This is a video game, I'm guessing.
Oh.
see.
This is definitely a
Oh,
video
is it
game now that I
Baldur's
think about
Gate?
it. Like, this is some shit I would pull.
Julia walks in. What the fuck?
I'm
are you
like, look
doing?
what I'm doing, babe.
When we do our Baldur's Gate fucking
Yeah.
video, she's gonna be so mad watching John try to bang
Hell yeah,
everything.
Mass Effect. When I was playing Mass Effect, would romance everything.
I have
Sims.
a feeling she'll be behind John and being like, no, bang that one.
Yeah, that one right there.
Let's get the bear. Do the bear.
To the bear.
Fuzzy.
All right, my 31-year-old male wife, 32 female, and I are in a healthy and happy relationship. That being said, we've been together since high school, so we both feel that we missed out a little by being each other's only sexual experiences. We've talked about this at length and decided a few years ago that we're okay with having a few hall passes in our relationship, since we very much intend to stay together for the rest of our lives and don't want any resentment over missed possibilities.
Respect that you guys can have that conversation. Because with
Yeah.
me,
Couldn't be me.
hell
Bold.
nah.
Could not be me. Plus, it's pretty rare that we could even find such an opportunity, as it's a little hard to find hookups when you're in a committed marriage and don't go out too much. We even gave each other advance approval in case a situation arises, so long as we're safe about it and tell each other immediately afterwards. We've both used one hall pass, each with someone we knew well enough but would never see again, and no issues came out of it. In
Thank
fact,
God.
it's only made us more secure in our relationship and how much we genuinely appreciate being with each other. Again,
I
could
thought
it
you
be
were
me, but kudos.
I thought you were going to say someone we know well, and then that was going to be the it. And I was like, holy fuck. That's crazy.
That always ends poorly when it's someone.
Yeah. Dangerous.
Also, how do you know someone well enough but will never see them again?
Yeah. That
Maybe
also,
they're moving
Yeah,
another
maybe.
place. I don't know.
Maybe.
Recently, I had to travel to London for work. I don't normally get to travel for work, so I decided to make a trip out of it and spend a few extra days of my own time in the city after the project was done. My wife couldn't join because she didn't have any vacation time left, but was very supportive of me taking some time to explore since I had never been to London and she had already been before. Being cheap and being a pretty outgoing guy when I'm so inclined, I decided to stay in a hostel. John could never.
Could never.
I don't think I could either.
I don't think I could at this
I
point.
need my
yeah.
thread
Maybe when I
counts
was younger.
really high, baby.
I was interested in meeting other travelers since I didn't know anyone in the city and I love being sociable with new people. I chatted with several of the people staying there, and in particular, a very attractive French girl, mid-20s, who dressed super goth.
Ooh.
For
Oui, oui.
context, I love the goth girl look. I've been sucked into the goth girlfriend propaganda online, much to the annoyance of my wife. It isn't
said
her
rar.
style. Yeah, rar.
Rar.
But she has been nice enough to cater to me by putting on a sexy goth outfit on occasion, since she knows it's a huge fantasy of mine. Still, I pester her constantly to be more goth because I enjoy it so much. Anyway, I ended up spending a little bit of time with goth French baddie. We both went to the hostel's happy hour event and we hit it off there. I found out that she was recently single and was in London for an art show. It turned out we were both into emo music, big surprise, and we talked about our favorite bands. I had the thought that she was acting a bit flirty towards me, but didn't think too much of it. until I later found myself sharing a sink with her in the hostel bathroom.
Ooh.
The hostel was co-ed, so each floor had a small shared bathroom with a communal sink and a door that was meant to be kept open, but people frequently closed for the sake of having more privacy than just a stall to shower in. So, I'm brushing my teeth while chatting up the real life version of Shadowheart. Don't know who that is.
It was Baldur's Gate.
A Baldur's Gate? Who, mind you, is wearing an extremely low-cut top, when she suddenly closes the bathroom door behind us. In my mind, my wildest fantasy is about to come true. And it's even more exciting because of the adrenaline rush of being in a semi-public setting. And a girl being so into me that she would make such a bold move.
This was nutting in like 3 seconds.
I can't believe this is actually happening to me. I instantly get rock hard. Then she turns around and asks me, "Are you interested in learning about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?"
Oh.
She had me cornered for 10 minutes trying to talk me into salvation while I grew increasingly despondent and immensely disappointed with the whiplash of going from what could have been one of the crowning achievements of my life to pure and utter dejection.
Ooh.
When I told my wife this story, she laughed for a solid hour. She said it's karma for annoying her all the time about wanting a goth girlfriend. Too long, didn't read. Life dream was to bang a hot goth girl. Thought I was finally getting the opportunity, but got cock blocked by Jesus Christ himself. God is real and he hates me.
Well, he saw something risen in the bathroom.
Yeah. It was Christ.
Yeah.
Lines that couldn't
That's-
be crossed anymore.
Jesus.
For real.
For real.
He thought he was gonna get nailed.
Ah!
My God.
Give it 3 days. Maybe it'll rise up again.
Jesus Christ. I need to go to confession, but not the
Jesus
Reddit.
Christ is right, Sean.
My God. All right, Josh. For the first time ever, Josh's segment of the week.
This can't be the first time.
No,
I've
it's
definitely
not. There's
taken
no
it
way. You've
over, yeah.
definitely taken
He's
it.
hijacked a few times.
Yeah. What's up, Wikimaniacs? I'm taking over this portion. I was on r/unpopular opinions the other day,
Nice.
looking for our Tuesday bonus show that John and I do for the $10 tier patrons. Go check that out if you want to. But I found 2 stories that I was like, we got to do these.
All right.
And this is going to be an "Is this poster okay?"
Just completely stolen Alex's segment.
I did. I didn't say I was changing anything.
The white
Just that I had
man
stories.
taketh yet again.
So this first one's posted by OK Midscore Worry Midscore 8931. The title is "Foe is bland and not worth the hype."
Did you say
Okay,
call it
what,
faux?
what is it?
Foe.
It's pho.
Man, Josh with the white moments is back to back is crazy. Back to back
PHO.
is wild.
What the fuck, Josh?
That makes foe in my my
brother.
mind.
Fucked up that pronunciation.
That's fine. That's fine. But that's the title.
Okay. You know what? Here's a hot take. I love pho, but most of my Vietnamese friends say pho is, entry level.
You got to get bum ba hui.
Yeah, it's bumble way. That's
Yup.
the way.
That's the way.
Okay.
So I
Interesting.
will say this guy's not too far off.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what they say here and see if they keep you on their side.
Faux show.
For sure.
I just don't get the appeal surrounding this food. To me, it's made of bland, watery broth with equally bland noodles, topped with chewy, overcooked beef. There seems to be little to no seasoning except for the raw herbs on top that either do nothing or completely overpower the rest of the dish. I thought that I wasn't going to the right place, but I eventually went to somewhere supposedly authentic that checks the boxes. Cheap tables, plastic stools, menu only in Vietnamese, recommended by Asian friends, but pho, nailed it,
There you go.
wasn't any better. It's not like I'm afraid of unfamiliar foods either. I'm a big foodie and love cooking. Still, I just can't get over how unappealing pho is to me. So is this poster okay?
I think they're okay.
Honestly, yeah, I get I get it. I personally love pho.
Same.
I've only had Bumbleway like once, but I could see why people think it's the superior soup. But I will say, pho, it's I didn't grow up on like liking soup because I was a notoriously picky eater. I only ate cereal and chicken nuggets.
Fair,
So
okay.
like when I finally broadened my horizons and I tried pho, I was like, oh, this is like perfect cold day weather. It's just or sick day weather.
Yeah,
Or,
sick,
you know,
sick is
it-
when I
it-
eat soup.
Honestly, I think depending on where you go, if you're from a small town, maybe. I just feel like Houston has a lot of
Houston
good pho
has
places.
one of the best Vietnamese food scenes.
We have a
I will say that.
huge Vietnamese population in Houston, so like
Okay.
so many good pho places. But if it is bland, that's what like the siracha and hoisin is there for.
That's
to
the
season it
point that
up.
I'll go, but I'll go after you, Sean.
Yeah, the chili, or you could put chili oil. But yeah, it's you know, some of the places that aren't that great can be fixed with hoisin and sriracha. And if you think, okay, well, if it needs that to be fixed, then it's not good. And I can't fault you for that opinion. But you know, pho is kind of it's again not an expert, but it is, you know, it can be seen as kind of like a blank canvas, easily customizable, in my opinion.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I agree. Food is very much subjective to the person eating it. And, you know, having grown up in, I've been with, I've dated around in the past, like, you know, being exposed
You
in like,
dated?
I've dated like in Vietnamese culture. So like, I was exposed to that type of food for quite a bit. And the measure of how they, you know, measure how great the broth is if it doesn't need hoisin sauce and if it doesn't need sriracha. So that's kind of like the basis of it. And yes, there are some places that does it a little bit more bland, but you know, it is a perfect entryway to kind of get into that because then you get to try other things. Bom Ba Hue is good some if you want some congee, like it's another good alternative too for like those cold summer or cold winter days. But you know, again, it's food is subjective. I think this poster is okay. They just, you know, not exposed to like other things, and maybe go to a city like Houston, go to LA, go to Southern California where there's a bigger scene in terms of like what like authentic Vietnamese food is like, or make a trip to Saigon or something and maybe try what it's like over there. So maybe you'll change your mind, maybe you don't, but other than that, they're still okay.
Okay. Fair enough. I've had pho a few times. I've definitely ordered it as pho, so it's embarrassing to look back on. But it's fine. I don't love soup either. Like Sean said, it's like a sick food or
Yeah, I'm not a
cold day
big
food.
soup person.
Oh,
Yeah,
I am.
it's
I
general.
love soup.
Okay. Well, so this story was for you then. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's fine. So all soup is fine to me. And yeah, I think this poster is fine if they don't enjoy it and don't want to eat it because you don't have to eat it. So, all right. So there's a theme with this.
Food.
Is this poster okay?
Food.
And it is food.
Okay.
And this one I crafted more towards Sean based on previous comments.
Ooh, there's going to be some
So-
condiments involved in this
Some
shit, huh?
fucking ketchup shit. I just know it.
So this one's from Jho Low 1MDB, and the title is "Food in England, including English-specific cuisine, is fantastic."
What? What? I mean, I haven't been there, but I just can't imagine you're correct. I just can't imagine you're right.
I was trying to hold back laughs the whole last like story when you guys were like, "Yeah, you can enjoy whatever you want," just
But
to see your
not
reaction
British
for this story.
Well, I mean, it's a valid opinion. When other Vietnamese people share the opinion on that Vietnamese food, I think you're opinion is valid. I would say looking at British people eat American food for the first time, British food just has to be ass. There's no way. Every time they eat something, fucking, fast food, they'll eat Popeyes and be like, holy fucking shit.
This is life-changing.
This is great. So I just refuse to believe you have anything there.
Okay, that's fair. We actually, funny story, we had a Chick-fil-A come recently to Ottawa.
Oh, Chick-fil-A's ass.
Wait, first Chick-fil-A?
In Ottawa, anyway. I don't know if it's
Had
in
you had it
Canada.
before?
I've never had Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
But we were driving past it the other day, and it was lined up like across it was so long. The line was so long. I was like, that's got to be like a 2.5 hour wait.
That was like when Texas first got In and Out. The lines are so crazy.
Oh, okay.
It's like that right now, brother. Like, I think I went there Friday night at 11:30, and that shit is packed up the ass.
Oh, shit.
I was like, the American cuisine's coming up here. No, it's been up here for years.
Y'all got Popeyes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've had Popeyes for a long time.
Hell yeah. Popeyes is
Yeah.
fucking.
That sounds good right now.
I'll take Popeyes over Chick-fil-A all day.
all day.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Chick-fil-A, I don't share John's opinion. I do think Chick-fil-A is objectively
Good.
tastes good. It does feel bad eating it just because they're so hateful.
They changed.
Yeah.
Ever since they changed their chicken, it's been really bad ever since.
Have you tried it in other places besides Dallas? I feel like Dallas sometimes has a weird, like, I will agree with you. All the Whataburgers I've gone to in Dallas, Fort Worth have been really bad.
I mean, I've tried some in other places. Like, I've tried Whataburgers in like Houston, and I still don't think of it as crazy.
I don't know. Dallas is, something's weird.
It's the water, maybe.
Wait,
Maybe.
I thought that's not the weird one, is it? That was
What?
Austin.
No,
Austin is weird, but in a good way.
In a good way.
Dallas
Gotcha,
is
gotcha.
weird as in it sucks.
It's true. I agree
It's
with
ass.
that.
Okay. All right, let's get into
You can talk shit about Dallas
the
all you want,
readings.
buddy. I'm with you on it.
Hell yeah, brother.
I know. And then let's talk shit about England. Let's get into that. So just
Why
got
me?
back from holiday in the UK, specifically England. I was thoroughly impressed with all the food I had the entire time over the pond. London, world-class city, of course, with absolutely amazing food from all sorts of ethnicities. Borough Market had insane quality produce that you simply can't find easily in the US. So many stands in the market selling top-tier quality coffee, pastries, bread, etc. Now, I know the automatic reply will be, those aren't British foods. But even the British-specific foods I thoroughly enjoyed there. So many wonderful English-style cheeses, scones with British dotted cream, and jams made in the UK were to die for. Full English breakfasts were... Full English breakfast with blood pudding,
Ugh.
sausages, and even beans were delicious. I
I don't like blood anything.
You don't fuck with
puddings.
Dinegoan?
I don't like Dinegoan.
Oh, shit. Hot take.
They even take way more consideration into the type of cut they use for their bacon. So many other British foods were amazing, from the meat pies to the pub food we had tried. And no, this wasn't just in London. We traveled all throughout the countryside to Bath and Oxford too. And they all had great food everywhere. I really think the Brits have stepped up their food game. Even their traditional foods they often get made fun of for were superbly good and delicious at many places. Desserts and pastries were just in a whole different level. The Brits definitely spared no calories due to worry over fat, lol. British food equals bad is now an outdated stereotype. And yes, I used UK, British, and England all interchangeably in this post because I'm a dumb American and don't care. You know what I mean. So, is this poster okay?
At the end of the day, I still do think they're okay. I will say I'm not shocked that the pastries are excellent there. I wouldn't
Fair.
doubt that.
I mean, the quality of food is so much better outside of the U.S. It's the way we
That
can
too.
approve of everything.
And, they're so close to Paris. I got to imagine the coffee and the pastries are great.
Yeah, I imagine that's why a lot of European foods are great, because it's like an intermingling of
Yeah.
a bunch of different cultures and foods coming together, and it's just
But-
it's gonna be good.
I would rather die than eat beans on toast, though. So,
Same, to be
I
honest.
think-
For breakfast too, that's tough.
I mean, I've even seen fucking on TikTok, there's I think they're like a baked potato food truck in England. Motherfuckers
Okay.
put beans on a baked potato?
That's wild.
Are you fucking kidding me? Absolutely not. No way. I just refuse to believe that, I'll say London is like a big city. You know what I mean? I'm sure they got other good, I've heard really great Filipino restaurants there. I'm sure the Indian food there is crazy good.
I will say, hands down, the worst Chinatown I've ever been in is London.
Makes fucking sense.
That makes sense.
But I just can't imagine classic British food besides fish and chips being attractive to me. And that is probably mostly my ignorance because I just don't know what British foods are. And again, I am talking about that one thread from that one British chef who fucking was like cooking classic British foods for 100 days. And then on day 6 made some Indian food. So it's just like, I feel like maybe y'all don't even know what is good British food. So I just refuse to believe that it's good. And I'm happy for OP. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Could not be me.
As someone who has gone to London and I enjoyed the food there, I did like the shepherd's pie. I like the meat pies that they had as well. I didn't try. I wasn't a fan of the beans either in the breakfast. Everything else was kind of not foreign to me in a way, but I did enjoy my time there. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Leicester Square and the Borough Market that you mentioned, we've been there. There's a lot of different food. And one thing I enjoy about like London as well, it is a melting pot, just how the US is. There's a lot of different ethnicities, a lot of different cultures there that are intermingling.
Don't bring that up now.
Oh yeah, they're currently in a.
Oh, are they? I don't know what's going on with the world. I'm oblivious to a lot of shit. But anyways,
there's a TikTok where a girl was like, I used to always at least be able to say like, at least we're not America. And she was like, can't do that anymore.
Well, I don't keep up with anything. But the time when I went there, it was still it was pretty good. I had a good time over there. Ate a lot of good stuff. But I was not really a big fan of the traditional like food there. But again, like what Sean said, part of it is probably my ignorance as well in that matter. But everything else, I guess the fusion of it all, I enjoyed it. It was good. It was tasty. Yeah. It was seasoned well. Otherwise, I'd let you hear about it if I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, as someone of English descent somewhere along the line, I think ranking English food is like fantastic. When you think about all the cuisines in the world is a little crazy. It's probably fine. They probably have their staples, like Sean said, fish and chips.
I love a fish and chips.
They gotta rebrand blood pudding because what the fuck? That sounds so disgusting. But like, I'm sure they have good food. It's just like when you think about all the other cuisines, it's like that cannot be, top 10.
It's not even top 10 in Europe, I don't think.
Probably not, honestly. And so, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, did this poster just probably have a great time in Europe and enjoy the food?
Maybe.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be my bucket list. I need to try more European foods. I'm not really well versed with it.
We got to do a trip. We go to Europe.
Boy, don't tell me what a good time with a trip. I'm ready to pack my bags any day of the week, brother.
Spanish food is better. French food is better. German food is better. Greek food is better. Italian food is better. I don't know more countries there, unfortunately, but I'm sure there are part of
European. There are European cuisines. Never mind, I do be having them all the time.
Yeah.
I do want to go back to Spain, and then I saw TikToks where they're kicking out tourists. Bitch, I get to go there because y'all colonized my people, so I got every fucking right in the world to be there.
Yeah. Oh, just you, John.
Just me.
All right. Well, that is my segment of are these food posters okay? And
they're fine.
At the end of the day, probably okay, but I like the discussion around it.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode, guys. Josh and John, I believe y'all had some things you wanted to read out.
Yeah. You can go first, Josh.
I got some PayPal donations here, and I forget where I left off last time, so forgive me if this is a repeat. But this one comes from Jana, and they send $20.91, and they say, I loved you before. Since your support for Palestine, you are now my favorite podcast. Stay awesome. Pineapple. Shout out to the pineapple.
Hey.
Yikes.
Next one here from Melissa. They send $15 and say, love the podcast so much that I decided to become a YouTube member.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much for celebrating this cause, and hopefully this donation will help. Yeah, it will help. Thank you for that. This one from Belinda, who sends $4.43. Thank you, Belinda.
Thank you.
And then last one we got here is from Megan. Also
Stallion?
No. No. Also known as Pearly Complaints.
Oh, they had a funny comment about that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna have to change my damn username.
So I believe we might have said Pearly Complaints, but it's Pearly Things is the controversial YouTuber that we were talking about. And Pearly Complaints sent us a PayPal
So Pearly
saying,
complained.
"Oh my god."
Wait, Pearly
They
Complaints is they've shared stories before, right?
There we go.
They have. Yeah, there
there
we
we
go.
go. Okay, yeah, we just got pearls mixed up.
Yeah, I think it was just on our minds. So they sent $1. It said, "Oh my god, I just listened to the Ohio State tree episode and had a heart attack about the Drew is it Afualo?
Follow.
I've actually never heard her last name. I am at Pearly Complaints. My name means pearl, and I like to complain. I looked it up, and the influencer is called Pearly Things. Had to pay $1 to clear my good name as previously knighted goat. LOL. Love
That's
you guys."
bail money, Pearly Complaints. You're out
Pearly
of jail.
Complaints. Once a goat, always a goat. We fucked that one up, and we apologize.
Yeah, I apologize if I said your name. I honestly can't remember, and even when I was editing, I don't think I caught that. So
I just went along with it because I had no idea who that was.
I mean, we were
Pearly-
explaining to you who they were. So yeah, you're the most innocent of us.
Yeah. Pearly Things is the controversial YouTuber.
Fuck
Don't look
Pearly
her up.
Things, stand
Pearly
Pearly
Things.
Complaints.
There you go.
Exactly, Sean. You nailed it. So sorry for that, Megan. And
The Stallion.
we
That's
keep having you as a goat.
Megan the Stallion, listen.
That's the PayPals I've got.
Oh, I got one message from our we got one message from our Patreon. This was meant to be a cameo request, but I told them, hey, email us again so that way we can work on it soon. But they wrote, this is from Frong, and they wrote, I recently graduated with an associate's degree in nutrition. School was very
Congrats.
difficult congratulations. Since I had
awesome.
both a full-time job, a part-time job, and I was a full-time student as well. Needless to say, I've been so exhausted. I've had to endure shitty teachers, but I did it. I'm now currently enrolled at a university and will be starting in the spring next year to continue
Let's
my
go.
bachelor's and eventual master's.
Oh, yeah.
Killing it. I love baking, cooking, and food in general, which is funny because it's right on theme for
That's
Josh's thing today. I love baking, cooking, and food in general. That's why I chose a career in nutrition. However, the bakery job puts a lot of strain on my body, and I have to get up at 2:30 a.m. to go to work, lift heavy 50-pound bags, hand roll the bread, and be on my feet all day on shoes that get worn out very quickly. So I've been looking for a new job. I've been looking for weeks, and I applied to a total of 92 different places.
Oh, man.
But I did it. I found a shiny new
Hell
job
yeah.
that will be easier on my body with better hours, better benefits, better pay, and I'll be able to work from home twice a week, which I'm very excited about.
Woo.
It's funny that I wholeheartedly celebrate John parting ways with corporate life and hoping that Sean joins you guys soon, while I was hoping and working so hard for a corporate job, LOL. I received the final call from the hiring managers the day of the 3-year anniversary live stream.
Ooh,
I
hell
was
yeah.
fully intended
awesome.
to join the live, but I got the call about 20 minutes before it started, and my spouse, in-laws, and I got excited and started to celebrate. The stream was over when I realized. That was like a 3-hour
it'll
stream,
always
so
be there.
you'll
Yeah.
be all right.
Yeah, you're good.
But either way, thank you so much for being a part of my life. I've been listening to you guys since 3 years ago, and I wish you guys
Wow.
nothing but the best. And then they put a message for each one of us. John, I relate so much to you because of your humor and the way you react to the stories, as well as how you're not afraid to wear your heart with pride and show your emotions as they are. I love that. Josh, I love the way you talk about the people that you care about. The love and care can be felt even if the whole context is missing from the audience. And congrats on getting married soon. You guys will live a happy and loving life. Sean,
Oh.
Sean, you cracked me up, my dude. I love your non-filtered responses. I have listened to the first jury episode like 10 times just to hear you
Oh,
make
shit.
jokes and lose it with whatever argument you're coming up with. You guys are amazing. Again, thank you for being part of my day-to-day, and I'm looking forward to keep listening to you guys and seeing y'all grow. From.
Wrong.
Thank you so much,
Holy
Ron.
shit.
That's
That's really kind.
amazing.
Yeah.
And congrats
yeah,
on all the good shit happening to you. Fuck yeah.
I'm
Graduated,
happy
new
for
job.
you.
That means more money. That means more money to Reddit on Wiki from.
No. Go donate to your future.
Yes.
And that's your goals. Yeah, congratulations. That's amazing. Here's to hopefully many more amazing days at your new job. And those work from home days sound pretty sick. So hopefully you enjoy those.
Get that bread and enjoy making it too, Frank.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for listening. And we'll be back on Friday.
Wait, what's your favorite soup? That's the question of the day.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Everybody,
Tonka-
comment down
Ooh.
below. What's your favorite soup?
Sinigang, baby.
Sinigang? Oh,
Or a
solid.
tonkatsu ramen.
Okay.
Tonkatsu
yours,
ramen
Sean?
is very good. I don't know. Not a huge soup guy. I do love tonkatsu ramen. It's very good. I love, technically, not soup. It's the brothless ramen, sukumen. Or no, not sukumen, mazamen. Mazamen is very
Okay.
good, but that's the opposite of what. Also, tomato soup. Like a homemade tomato soup is nice, I think. With a
Interesting.
grilled
Okay.
cheese.
Yeah.
Dip that grilled
Gotcha.
cheese in there. I'm into it.
I think my favorite is probably cream of broccoli. That's my
Cream of
favorite.
broccoli. All
Little
right, comment
cheddar
down
on there.
below what your favorite soup is.
Wait, call to action.
Oh.
Guys, we have new
Whoa.
merch. Decorum shirts are out
Oh,
right
wow.
now. Also, follow us on, we got a Facebook page now. We got an American TikTok with clips. Follow us, please, because those are actually can get monetized and we can actually make money off of that because we don't
Oh,
make
yeah.
money anywhere anymore. That's it.
And
for
our
me.
sponsor, Hero Bread.
Mm.
Whoa, actually, really delicious.
Speaking
but
of get
patrons don't
this
wanna hear that.
bread.
Bye.
that.
This is so long. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Get therapy.